The year is 2025. Along the line of control in Kashmir, India and Pakistan face off. Two nuclear-armed neighbors divided since 1947. This border is more than a line. It's the front of one of the world's most dangerous rivalries. For over 75 years, suspicion, war, and an arms race have defined their relationship. The conflict centers on Kashmir, but its impact is global. Both nations have fought wars and countless skirmishes, each new weapon a message to the other. The world watches because both countries possess nuclear weapons, raising the stakes of any conflict. A conventional war could escalate, making the balance of military power critical. Strong conventional forces might deter war, but also risk pushing a weaker side toward nuclear options. So, how do India and Pakistan compare in 2025? We'll break down their armies, air forces, navies, and nuclear arsenals. We'll look at the technology race and the economic realities fueling their militaries. This is more than numbers, it's a rivalry shaping the lives of over 1.5 billion people. The potential for both regional stability and global crisis hangs in the balance. Understanding this standoff is essential. It's a story of history, identity, and the ever-present risk of escalation. As we examine their capabilities, remember this is not just about two countries, but the security of the world. The stakes could not be higher, the world holds its breath, the standoff endures. The army is the backbone of both nations' military power. India fields over 1.2 million active soldiers, backed by nearly 1 million reserves, one of the world's largest armies. Pakistan's army, though smaller at 650,000 active personnel, is highly professional and battle-hardened. Decades of conflict and counterinsurgency have shaped both forces. India's military is structured to counter threats from both Pakistan and China. Pakistan's army is laser-focused on India, shaping its doctrine and deployments. India's tank fleet mixes Soviet-era T-72S, modern T-90S, and the indigenous Arjun. Pakistan relies on Chinese-made Al-Khalid tanks and upgraded older models. Both sides field powerful artillery, with India deploying advanced K-9 Vajra howitzers and Pakistan modernizing in response. The terrain, mountains, deserts, plains, makes any ground war costly and unpredictable. India's size favors a long war. Pakistan's strategy is rapid, decisive strikes. Both armies are deeply entrenched, prepared for conflict for decades. The balance is quantity versus agility, with technology as the wild card. Any ground conflict would be devastating for both. The risk of escalation is ever present. Control of the skies is crucial. The Indian Air Force is larger, flying advanced Su-30 MKIs, French Rafales, and upgraded Mirages and MiGs. Pakistan's Air Force, though smaller, is highly skilled, relying on JF-17 Thunders, and American F-16S. India's AWACS and aerial refueling tankers give it an edge in surveillance and reach. Both sides invest heavily in air defense and electronic warfare. India aims for air dominance, able to strike deep into Pakistan. Pakistan's doctrine is to deny India control, inflicting heavy losses to deter attacks. The contest is about technology, tactics, and pilot skill. Air battles would be fast, intense, and decisive. Neither side can afford to lose control of the skies. The outcome of any conflict may be decided above the subcontinent. The stakes in the air are as high as on the ground. The Indian Ocean is a new front in the rivalry. India's Navy is a blue water force, operating aircraft carriers, modern destroyers, and a growing submarine fleet. Its goal: dominate the Indian Ocean, secure sea lanes, and blockade Pakistan if needed. Pakistan's Navy is smaller, focused on defending its coast and ports like Karachi and Gwadar. Pakistan invests in quiet, modern submarines for sea denial. The Arabian Sea's importance is rising, with China's presence at Gwadar adding a new dimension. India responds by strengthening alliances with the US, Japan, and Australia. The naval race now involves global powers, not just India and Pakistan. The northern Indian Ocean is a potential flashpoint. Control of these waters could shape the outcome of any conflict. The stakes at sea are growing. Nuclear weapons change every calculation. Both nations have around 160-170 warheads, with Pakistan possibly holding a slight edge. India's no-first-use policy pledges retaliation only, while Pakistan reserves the right to strike first if threatened. Pakistan's tactical nuclear weapons lower the threshold for use, raising global concern. Both have land-based and air and sea-based delivery systems, ensuring second strike capability. India's Agni and Pakistan's Shaheen missiles can reach each other's major cities. Submarine-launched missiles add survivability. The logic of mutually assured destruction has so far prevented catastrophe. but the risk of miscalculation remains. The nuclear balance is both a deterrent and a danger. The world hopes it holds. Military power depends on economic strength. India's economy is over 10 times larger than Pakistan's, allowing it to outspend and outmodernize. India's defense budget ranks among the world's top 5, funding ambitious upgrades and domestic arms production. The Make in India initiative aims for self-reliance and future exports. Pakistan faces economic challenges but prioritizes defense, focusing resources on its nuclear program and air force. Reliance on China for affordable military hardware is growing. The economic gap shapes military readiness and modernization. India can invest in advanced technology and research. Pakistan must make hard choices, focusing on critical needs. The widening gap will define the future balance. Economic power is the ultimate force multiplier. The India-Pakistan rivalry has global consequences. The US balances ties with both, seeing India as a counter to China but needing Pakistan for regional stability. China backs Pakistan, investing heavily and expanding its presence in the region. Russia supplies arms to India but engages both sides. Any conflict risks drawing in these powers. The greatest fear: nuclear war, with catastrophic humanitarian and environmental consequences. A nuclear exchange could trigger global famine and climate disaster. The world's fate is tied to peace in South Asia. The balance of power is delicate, preventing war but not guaranteeing peace. As both nations modernize and expand their arsenals, the risks grow. The international community must encourage dialogue and restraint. The future depends on finding a path to coexistence. The world watches and waits.